Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me for some more Road to Regionals today, where I attempt to climb the online rankings, try to become a better competitive battler and commentator as I go along. Now, today we're still using Andrew Davis's team. We're going to be using it the entire week, and I'm using my Kangaskhan, obviously, because of the return factor. You need to have your own Kangaskhan when you are using Kangaskhan, because return won't do any damage, and actually found that out in the previous episode, and I felt kind of stupid for doing it. But you learn from your mistakes. So, anyway, hopefully we don't run into any more sheer cold shenanigans and jump right on the ladder. Sitting at a record of 20 and 25, 1457. We need to get out of the 1400s. I've been getting extremely unlucky playing games offline last night and playing a bunch of weird teams and getting unfortunate losses and 2 disconnects. So we're going to be facing Bidoof from Australia, 1597, and Bidoof's going to have another Kangaskhan team. He's going to have Kangaskhan, Landorus, Heatran, Cresselia, Sylveon, and Thundurus. Alright, so let me see here. No. I was about to say, I think I would like to bring my Thundurus, but I don't have HP Ice on it. So, Landorus will be very annoying to deal with. He definitely will bring his Landorus for my Kangaskhan to get the Intimidate down on it. Huh. Communication with the servers. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Dude, these servers are so incredibly... this is why I can never get out of the 1400s. I can't get out of the 1400s because of the servers. We're gonna face a player from Mexico. We're facing almost double digits with the disconnect, so it's really getting frustrating. And I really don't want to get a disconnect right here. Hopefully it doesn't. Fingers crossed, guys. He is going to have a team of Tyranitar, Togekiss, Amoonguss, Weavile. Oh, we have the Sand Crush team right here with the Kangaskhan and, yeah, the Mole. I can't think right now. I'm so frustrated. These disconnections. But obviously, putting the sand up would be a huge deal for him, but I do... no. Never mind. I'm thinking of my own team. Anyway, who could be a good lead right here? Getting Thunder Waves off would be really good, but then, yet again, he has, the Amoonguss, and he has the Togekiss. May actually bring his Amoonguss over his Togekiss for my Thundurus to get the Rage Powders off, but I have the safety goggles on the Thundurus, so that is really, really helpful, because then I could start spreading paralysis all over the place without having to worry about Rage Powders. Or Spores at that. Alright, so Weavile is really annoying. I really feel like Weavile would be a good lead for him, because... yet again, he could get off the fake out quicker than my Kangaskhan. He has his own Kangaskhan that I have to worry about. I think he'll do that. I think we'll go for the Weavile lead. I'm gonna bring my... well, I was gonna bring my Amoonguss, but I guess I'm not gonna bring my Amoonguss. Okay then. I was gonna bring the Amoonguss in the back for the Rocky Helmet damage when he wants to get a fake out with his Weavile. It's just, it's not being a very good week already when it comes to Battle Spot. It's really not. It's getting really frustrating already with the disconnects. He's just going to lead with Tyranitar Excadrill. So I could have just led with the Kangaskhan, broke the sash on the Excadrill. But not going to be the case. I can't paralyze the Excadrill, and there's no way I can get a hidden power ice off into it either. Okay, so crap. I was expecting the Weavile to lead, to be completely honest with you. That's why I led with my Thundurus right here. He's definitely just going to fire double Rock Slide. He's going to double Rock Slide. And question is whether or not the Tyranitar is... okay, so... I am Assault Vested, so... will not be faster in the Excadrill. I don't think I would be faster even in the sand anyway. Gonna Rock Slide. Tyranitar probably will protect. Well, let me see. It could be Scarfed. I don't know. We're going to have to find out here in a second. I think I'm just gonna go for... I can go for a... actually, I can go for an Earthquake right here. I did not see Air Balloon on the Excadrill, so I'm gonna go for an Earthquake. Actually, I'm gonna go for Earthquake Protect. I want to see whether or not the Tyranitar protects. Okay, so if Tyranitar does protect, we can confirm that it is not Scarfed. And it's not going to protect, it's just going to fire off a Rock Slide. So I'm going to have to break through the flinch right here with my Landers. Obviously not going to do too much because... and it attacks before my Landers. Well, okay, maybe it's like max speed? Oh, it's probably... Yeah, it's probably Scarfed. So this Earthquake will do a lot of damage to both of them, and it's going to bring the Excadrill down to its Sash. The Intimidate, you know, playing a huge role right there, obviously, with both the Rock Slides. Alright, so, I could just go for another Earthquake, but then, yet again, he can switch into his Togekiss. He could Protect Tyranitar, switch into his Togekiss, but that's really the only thing he has, you know, to switch in. That's really the only safe switch in for him. And... My Thundurus is just going to get KO'd right here. Yeah, I have to switch out my Thundurus right here. Kangaskhan's going to take a lot of damage, but I think Kangaskhan can take 2 Rock Slides right here. And hopefully, I'm going to Earthquake my own Kangaskhan. What am I doing? I'm not really thinking any of this through. Let's see what happens right here. I mean, obviously, it's not going to do too much to Kangaskhan. He's going to fire... well, it's going to miss my Kangaskhan, which is good, but the question is, do I break through with Landorus on the flinch? I do break through, so I'm going to KO the Tyranitar and the Excadrill, and it's just going to do a lot of damage to my Kangaskhan. I am so sorry, Kangaskhan. I was not thinking that through right there. Yeah, I don't even... I could have switched into my Azumarill, but then again, my Azumarill could have taken a lot of damage as well. Kangaskhan's gonna take Sandstorm damage. Well, okay, so I'm pretty much just screwing myself over in this battle right here. Oh, man. I should have just led... Well, if I led Kangaskhan and Landorus, I really couldn't have Earthquaked in my position. Who else could I have brought on my team? Well, probably, I think just the Thundurus. Thundurus... Yeah, I don't have Cresselia or anything like that, so, I mean, I couldn't have really Earthquaked. Unless I, like, Protect it, and I don't have Protect on Kangaskhan. Alright, so, he's taking a while to choose both of his last Pokemon. It's the only decision that he really has. And if I had the Amoonguss in the back, I could have switched in on the Kangaskhan slot. Obviously, he's going to fake out Kangaskhan slot. I mean, that's so obvious. Where is it? I mean, is he going to fake out the Landorus slot? I think I'm going to save Landorus. Togekiss actually might go for a Tailwind. Tailwind Fake Out. I mean, he's going to go for the Fake Out into the Kangaskhan. That is just incredibly obvious. I'm going to bring in Thundurus right here. I'm going to pull a double switch right here because I want to conserve my, I want to preserve my Intimidate on my Landorus. And then, bring in my Kangaskhan so I can get another Fake Out into the Weavile. Alright. It's gonna be risky. It's gonna be risky. Fake out into the Kangaskhan. Yep, he would get off a faster Fake Out, so that makes so much sense. And then I can actually switch out my Azumarill into... Okay, it's gonna go for an Air Slash. That's okay. So, he is Life Orbs. I mean, that was obvious because the Excadrill was the Sash user right there. Okay, and this is Safety Goggles Togekiss. Obviously, because he didn't take any damage from the sand. Okay, so I could actually go for a... Well, he's just going to follow me right now because he's expecting the Thunder Wave. Yeah, he's going to follow me. He's going to follow me, the Thunder Wave, and Aqua Jet. Who does he attack, though? He's probably going to attack the Azumarill. Yeah, he's going to attack the Azumarill. So I can actually protect the Azumarill. And... do I Swagger the Togekiss? Or just go for a Thunderbolt? I think I'm going to protect Azumarill, go for Thunderbolt. I honestly think, well, what could this... We have to go for something right here. I mean, Weavile really can't do anything to Azumarill, so I don't know why I'm protecting it. Unless it has something that can hit it for neutral damage. I knew he was going to follow me. Question is whether or not the Weavile goes for like an Icicle Crash. Okay, so he's going to go for a knockoff. I kind of figured he was going to target down the Azumarill, but he couldn't really hit it for any type of like good damage. Obviously, because you want to get rid of the Citrus Berry, you know, probably anticipating the Belly Drum. In my position, I shouldn't have Belly Drummed right there anyway. So I mean, he would have just knocked off my Citrus Berry, and then you know I could have just Thunder Bullet into the Togekiss again, and then Yeah. So I'm going to put in my Landers right here, Sakic, get the Intimidate down on him, and then just go for another Thunderbolt into the Togekiss. He may actually just go for Icicle Crash into the Thundurus. But I am going to just get off a nice Intimidate. So, this may not be able to KO if he goes for the Icicle Crash, and there's always that chance that he may miss. So let's go for that. And he's going to go for another Follow Me, which is perfectly fine, because the Thunderbolt will actually KO the Togekiss at this point. He's going to go for an Ice Punch. Okay, so opting for the Ice Punch over the Icicle Crash. If he had Icicle Crash, I think that would have KO'd, because obviously Ice Punch has a lower damage output. And I will get rid of the Togekiss, and I got to Intimidate down on him, onto him, so it looks like it's just going to be game, and Sandstorm actually does subside, which I would have liked Sandstorm to not subside, so we can just get more continuous damage onto the Weavile. But obviously the Weavile has to attack one of us. Probably will be the Landers. I'm just going to go for the Superpower and Thunderbolt. Gonna go for the Ice Shards into the Landers, which is fine. I don't know why he did that. Obviously, he should have determined that I wasn't Scarfed at that point, because my Kangaskhan switched out before my Landorus, so he would have been faster anyway, even if he went for the Ice Punch. And then I could just put in my Kangaskhan right here and go for the Fake Out. Well, he probably could have Protect, but then yet again I can go for the Sucker Punch on the following turn, so this is pretty much game right here. Alright, so Fake Out, and then I'm gonna go for another Thunderbolt. Alright, so I really didn't have the best of lead matchups, and I switched into my Kangaskhan on an Earthquake, but fortunately enough, it looks like we're still going to pick up a win in this unless something really weird happens or I just completely get disconnected, which I really wouldn't I really wouldn't, put it beyond the Battle Spot servers, and the match will be forfeited. Okay, so we're going to pick up the win in this battle right here. We're going to do one more battle, and hopefully we don't, run through any disconnection shenanigans or anything like that, so we can pick up a win in that one, because we want to continuously try to, pick up these wins. Unfortunately, I have like 6 or 7 disconnections contributing to my losses already this season, even though the season's not even, well, it is a week old today, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, man. Whew, okay, we gotta start thinking some things through here. Switching in the Kangaskhan on a damn Earthquake wasn't the smartest of decisions. Anyway, 21 and 26 right here, 1465 ranking. It is not looking too good for us. Rating. I mean, I think we are going to be 22 and 26 after that. Should be 22 and 25, 23, 25. Who knows? 1524 player from United Kingdom. Alright, Xerneas guy. So let's see what he has. Ooh, he has a Latias. Ooh, that's the only Mega he has on his team. So he has a Latias Bisharp, Conkeldurr, his own Heatran, and Double Genies. Double Genies, just like, they literally hold hands with each other. It's so viable together. Okay, so what would be a good lead for him right here? He could lead Bisharp, anticipating my Landorus lead. That's, Bisharp's always a really safe lead, because technically you really don't want to, switch it in when it's brought in the back in case it has a Focus Sash, which I believe this one will. And he could lead with his own Landorus, for my Kangaskhan as well. So, I really don't want to lead my Thundurus against his Landorus, especially since it's Scarf. They could just get off a very powerful Rock Slide. I have no way of dealing with it. I could lead... Okay, I could lead with Amoonguss, actually. I could actually lead with Amoonguss. I'm really anticipating either Landorus... I think of Landorus Thundurus. Lure Landorus Latias comes out right here. If that happens, I could actually go for an Aqua Jet. I don't think Aqua Jet would KO, but, there's always that chance. Yeah, I'm just going to bring the Landorus in the back. I don't want to really lead with it in the front in case he does bring the Bisharp. If he does bring the Bisharp, I can always go for the Fake Out on the Bisharp, but Bisharp will probably just protect turn 1 to preserve its Sash, Focus Sash, unless it's like a Life Orb or something like that. Let's see what he wants to lead with right here. Obviously, I'm very inexperienced with this team, so there's always that. This is my Kangaskhan, though, and it is Jolly Nature. I always like having a Jolly Nature. Alright, so it's going to be the Latias and the Landorus, and the Landorus is still going to get Intimidate down, but I still think a Fake Out Aqua Jet will KO the Landorus. Unless this is like some kind of like shenanigans team where he has Protect on his Landorus. What would be a good switch in or not slot? I think. Actually, well, I should just go for Fake Out play rough, because if he switches in anything on that slot, he doesn't. He's probably expecting like a fake out Aqua Jet into that slot. So I could go for fake out play rough, because if he switches in his Conkeldurr, it's going to take a lot of damage as well as his Thunderous. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play it safe right here. Go for the fake out play rough. I'm not worried about the Latias too much. I mean, it could go for a Draco Meteor. There's always that chance into my Kangaskhan, but I don't know. Let's just try this out. Not familiar with Latias, and I'm going to be faster than the Latias. Latias will probably be faster now, being in Mega form. So let's see what happens right here. I really think. Ooh, he's not going to switch out his Landorus. He may just lose his Landorus right here. I don't know. I don't think the play rough will KO. Going for Psychic, probably into the Azumarill? Yeah, he doesn't want me to get a Belly Drum off, which is understandable. And I don't really want to risk getting the Belly Drum off. Now I could just Aqua Jet the following turn. I really think he's going to switch out his... I think he's going to switch out his Landorus right here. I'm going to set up right here. The Latias could protect, anticipating the Sucker Punch. I don't think he will do that in his position. Probably just go for another Psychic. Into the Azumarill. If it's not a crit, it will not KO. I'll proc my Citrus Berry. I'm going for the Aqua Jet into the Landorus. In the off chance that it doesn't KO, I will get a Power Up Punch into the Landorus. So let's go for that play. And if this Aqua Jet does KO, I get a Power Up Punch into the Latias. Yep, I kind of figured that was going to KO, even with an Intimidate up. So no more Landorus, no more Intimidate. It's always really good when you can get rid of that aspect. And then this is going to do absolutely nothing to Latias. I'm just trying to get back to get the +1 right here. Okay, I am now +1, so the Sucker Punches will actually be a factor. And he's going to go for a Combined, which is fine. I can just play rough. Well, the Psychics will hit me a little. The Psychics will hit me hard. The Psychic will KO now. My Azumarill is the biggest threat right here, so really think he will go for a Psychic into the Azumarill. Psychic into the Azumarill. Landorus is Assault Fested. That is definitely really good to know. But I think, I don't know, Latias, Calm Mind, Psychic, I don't think Landorus would be able to survive. I'm going to get an Intimidate on the Conkeldurr, and I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch into the Latias. Protect Latias and like Drain Punch from the Conkeldurr right here would be really good play. I think the Sucker Punch is really obvious, but let's see if he goes for that. And I'm going to get Intimidate on Conkeldurr, so Drain Punch or Mach Punch should just not be able to KO. He will attack with his Latias, so it's probably just going to go for the Psychic into the Azumarill. The Sucker Punch will not be able to KO, so if I was at +2, it would have been able to KO. Probably just double down into the Kangaskhan. Yeah, he's going to double down on Kangaskhan. And a Drain Punch into the Kangaskhan. That's okay. I mean, I really did get this Latias down a lot, and I got an Intimidate down on a Conkeldurr. So I can bring in my Azumarill right here, be it just absolute neutral. And I can Aqua Jet the Latias. That's an Aqua Jet range, and then I can, you know, there's always that chance that I can play rough the Conkeldurr. Okay, so, does the Latias protect? It's not going to switch out. He's got a Calm Mind up. Now, he has to expect the Aqua Jet into that slot, and he'll probably knock off the Azumarill. Who do I have in the back? I have a Heat Train in the back. Really think he'll protect Latias. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go Rock Slide and play rough. Oh my god. That chance that he does not protect Latias, I'm screwed. I'm going to do this. I'm going to knock off the Conkeldurr, whatever item that he has. If it's Citrus Berry, it'll help me out in the long run. I'm going to go for the safe Aqua Jet into the Latias. And he doesn't protect, so, alright, so, good. I made the right decision right there. It does not KO. You have got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god, and he has recover. You have got to be kidding me. He may not even have protect. So he has recover, psychic, calm mind, and he probably has like Draco or Drain Punch. I mean, Draco or Dragon Pulse. I cannot believe that shit. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to knock off Latias. I think that will KO, but he's probably just going to Psychic Landorus and then knock off the Azumarill, which I'm perfectly fine with. If the knockout doesn't KO the Latias, Latias is not going to have Protect. So if Mach Punch into the Landorus, that doesn't KO. Yeah, I didn't think that would be able to KO with the Intimidate. So if this doesn't KO, the Play Rough will. Psychic into the Azumarill. Yeah, he was expecting the Mach Punch to KO. And he gets a critical hit. I don't think it mattered because he has the Calm Mind up. Wow, that Aqua Jet not KOing the Latias really just basically decided the match right here. That's kind of unfortunate. Because my Heat Wave won't... Oh, I don't even have Heat Wave. Yeah, it's going to be a loss. It's going to go for another Mach Punch into the Landorus. And I can't switch out, so... This sucks. Well, that's... Literally, he might have gotten the greatest damage roll of all time. Well, I mean, he has Calm Mind, so he probably did make this a more bulkier Latias, you know, having the Calm Mind to compensate for the special defense and special attack, so there is that, but, well, the Aqua Jet not KOing. If the Aqua Jet KO'd, my Azumarill would be right here, and I'd be able to go for the Play Rough on the following turn in the Conkeldurr, and my Landorus would be just sitting right there with a big-ass smile on his face, and I can't even go for the Will-O-Wisp in the Conkeldurr because it's most likely Guts. Yeah, I'm screwed. There's no way I could possibly win. Because I can't even go for the Earth Power onto the Latias, and the Flamethrower shouldn't be able to KO it. And he continuously can just go for Calm Minds and recover. And Flamethrower probably won't even be able to KO because it has a Calm Mind up. Yep, that's going to be game. Oh, man, I don't know whether or not I could have done anything better right there, because even if I went for the Play Rough into the Latias, it would have gotten a recover off before the Play Rough, and the Play Rough wouldn't have been able to KO, as you actually had just seen in this battle. And Latias is pretty cool. So he's got he doesn't have Protect, so Calm Mind. So I think early on in the battle, you know, having Kangaskhan target down the Latias would have been a better option in my position. But you know, you gotta play better. So, but the Landorus was always a huge threat. It could spread Intimidates to my physical attackers, and I really wanted to get rid of him. I didn't know whether or not he has Superpower. Superpower shouldn't have been able to KO. So, I mean, I don't know why I was targeting down the Landorus so hard. I should have been targeting down the Latias. I think if I would have been able to get a fake out Latias, and then, well, if I fake out the Latias, the Landorus still has, you know, it could still attack. I don't know what I could have done better in that battle. That Aqua Jet not KOing the Latias right there determined the entire battle. If I get the Aqua Jet into the Latias, I win outright. I literally win outright because my Azumarill outright beats the Conkeldurr, and anything that he had in the back, my Azumarill could have beat unless it was the Thundurus. And if it was the Thundurus, I had my Landorus for the Thundurus, and I had the Heatran for the Thundurus. I could just continuously flamethrow it and, you know, ice, you know, hidden power ice, and the Thunderbolts wouldn't have been doing too much. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. I do apologize if I'm not playing the best of my ability, but these aren't my teams, so I'm just playing as I go on the camera. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow with more Pokemon VGC. Peace.